Good day, everyone. This is Dude, joined again by Kami.
Hello.
So today we will be building the Lego Marvel Thanos Mech Armor set 76242 and the Hulk Mech Armor set 76241. Kami liked how Thanos had a very tiny head.
Yes. It's weirdly funny to me.
And I'm just happy building any type of regular Lego right now.
Some of the other non-Lego Legos have been a little challenging. That's true.
They're interesting, but as I assist a little.
Thank you so much.
I'm used to ripping these open.
Meanwhile, I try not to rip things if I can manage it.
True.
Ooh.
Yes. He has a sword. Hulk has a girder.
And I have a second one.
Yes. You know, I think I need to adjust this camera just a little.
Quite possibly.
There we go. We're testing out using... I think the camera likes it better when I have the white piece in place, but... oh well. It'll live for now.
Yeah. These should show up relatively okay on a dark background.
Yes. Look at all those extra infinity stones you have.
Yes.
You're set.
My, how many infinity stones you have. Oh, the better to snap you with, my dear.
Oh. Hulk just smash. It looks like you did already, too. Bump. Let's see here. I know I just saw Hulk's legs.
Hey, how'd you know what I was looking for Thanos?
Let's see, we have Smirking Hulk, Angry Hulk. It's Hulk. Angry is appropriate. We have very tiny Hulk, though.
I will find your legs later, Thanos. You don't have to be angry. Oh. Thank you.
Oh, it's amazing how you can find other pieces that aren't your own. But when you're looking for the pieces you need, never fails. And yeah. So just a little different, a little cute.
A little funny because Lego is great at making things just that silly sometimes.
Yeah. And considering these are both fairly large dudes to start with, so they're essentially miniature.
Yes.
And then in mechs.
With still tiny heads.
Yes. Oh. Yeah, just on a little different. Translation: hey, I got these dirt cheap off of Amazon Prime Day. And they're small, so I can actually build them once in a sitting.
Yes, that's usually a good thing. Just to have a brief diversion.
True. can't. Oh, there it is, I think. There we go. Make sure I have the symbol right. Yay. Nice, simple cockpit. And the info directions don't say to do that. I'm just gonna shove him in. And I have a cat trying to break into a studio. How dare they? They've done it before. They know how to open doors. So.
Presuming it's the cat we expect right now.
I heard the meow. It is a ginger. She's saying, hey, why are you in there and not petting me? She's a good kitty. It's also been somewhat of a therapy cat, which is interesting. She usually knows the right time to come over to me to try to.
Hey, you feeling better?
Yeah.
You need to feel better?
Mm-hmm. Or she shows.
I'm gonna headbutt you.
Yeah. That's the downside though. That cat has whooped my butt a few times with headbutts. She is very strong for a cat. Claws? No, that isn't a problem. She's actually very careful with her claws. But headbutting? Oh no, I'm surprised she hasn't given me a black eye, actually. So, now everyone knows the truth. I've been abused by a cat. This is just a bad joke. I'm not trying to make light of any situation. I'm just going. She means well, but ow.
She hits hard.
Yeah.
I can confirm. I haven't been headbutted as often, but she wants to tell you she loves you. You'll know.
Yeah. Interesting joint piece. So the joint itself can't move, but it has a nice pre-bent angle.
Interesting.
Afterwards, these could be used nicely for some builds. I'm building it now and already figuring out ways to tear it apart.
Well, sometimes that's half the fun with these.
True.
It's just go, this piece would be great on a freeform build we're doing.
Yeah. Have to dig out. We started to try to build like a convention center, mimicking one near us, and sadly, due to circumstances outside of control, that got postponed indefinitely. It's a shame. We made such a nice DJ.
Yes. And we set up a wall with pictures of Spider-Man.
Yeah. Yes. It was supposed to be like a Comic-Con or an anime convention type setting. So, geekdom.
Yes.
Also explained why you had people in so many different costumes.
I mean, that's any convention anymore nowadays, it seems.
Well, that's what I was getting at.
Well,
geekdom in general.
Yeah, just going some maybe themed a particular way, but you'll still see cosplayers from other fandoms, as it were.
Yep. So, for example, anime conventions are ones we still do. You'll easily see people different game characters, Harry Potter, different comic heroes and such, the different furries and such. You name it, you'll see it. And that's the thing. We're all there to have a good time and essentially go celebrate the things we enjoy.
Yes.
And that's all that matters.
Indeed.
Except the gaming room. Those people need to take showers more often.
And we say this as folks who game ourselves. We're not coming at you all from from a position of not knowing.
Thankfully, and I do say this, thankfully that seems to be less and less of an issue anymore.
Yes.
But back in the day, that used to be worse. And while I'm building, I'm going to mention a con horror story.
Oh dear.
Thankfully, I wasn't a part of, but saw the aftermath of. So, convention, anime convention being held during a hot day in summer. So, high humidity location was near water. So, anyway, you have a rave going on. So, you have a building that is heavily air conditioned. So, you have a glass ceiling where they have the rave going on. So, people are very warm and sweaty, A, from dancing, and B, being outside. And, oh, there's a piece I've been looking for.
Or having been outside prior to coming into the convention center.
Yeah. So, during the rave, it started raining on people. And we're not talking about a full-on rainstorm. We're talking about it was dripping down from the glass ceiling from all the humidity and sweat off people. It's one of those going, thank goodness I wasn't the type to go to raves, because that would have ruined it outright for me. Sadly, though, I did have friends who were there in that rave who I went and brought a change of clothing for. So they could change quickly in the bathroom before having to try to fight the elevator to get upstairs.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, things like that thankfully don't happen often. That is a rare one-off.
Yes.
Has not happened since. Does get told, especially amongst staffers. So, it's a learned lesson. Because no one wants to deal with that. And that's just one of the lighter ones where it's going, oh, that's horrific, but it's not, oh god, I can't talk about this.
And just as an aside for this story, treat your convention staffers nicely. You don't know what they've been through.
True. Yeah, a lot of convention staffers are usually doing it for free, as it were. Giving their time to do the conventions. Yeah, there's the cost of, oh, well, there's the ticket cost. No, they're not really getting anything. They're working year-round to essentially put the money into getting guests and a few things and maybe some food at the end of the convention as a splurge. And now I'm looking for a single piece and can't find it. Oh, there it is. But otherwise, yeah, they're putting in a lot of their own time for no actual reward other than just the satisfaction of, hey, we did a thing. Okay. Get it, so. Hulk knows. Well, the Hulk did stand, and then I broke his legs. In particular, his ankles. There we go. Hopefully I won't break his ankles again. Hopefully he'll pay up. Bad joke. Oh, that would be...
I don't want to know the type of person who can threaten the Hulk that way.
Yeah, I was actually going to say the same thing. I don't want to even know what type of nightmare you'd have to be able to be the loan shark for the Hulk.
think this one's still mine.
Yep. Thanos is just slowly creeping over to try to steal Hulk's mech.
Ah, here we are.
Oh, I've missed going to conventions. Soon.
Yes.
Not advertising which one we're going to, I'm just going, hey, I'll at least be able to go to one soon enough. Yay!
Excuse me, instructions. There they are. Okay, I was going to say, where's the second one?
Oh,
of
it had a
this,
times
but
2 next to
It
it.
had a times 2 at the very end of it.
Gotcha.
I was going, excuse me, sir. You seem to only have 1 foot.
Yes. What do you expect? He bought all those infinity gems and now he only has 1 foot left.
He snapped the other one away, I guess,
I don't know.
in this case.
All I know is a lot of overkill was done there. Oh, I see. That little clip there is for holding the girder, I'm sure.
No. Why did you not click in? There we go.
And I can't think of anything that interesting to talk about, so sorry about the dead air there. Not like playing with hands trying to build them and going, what was I talking about? Something about conventions.
Yeah. Well, we told a slight horror story there,
Yeah.
which we don't want to relive.
Yeah.
We hope that doesn't happen to anyone in the future.
Yeah.
It's not so much dangerous per se as it's just gross and unpleasant.
Yeah. Yeah, thankfully I've never been person working the con having to do that. I've worked in Artist Alley for a college's anime club. Not my own college. Very interesting story there for another day. I will say, working Artist Alley is interesting. And you've worked
I've worked industry booths.
Yep.
You get some interesting types.
That is true. So. But the fun part is, I can always say I married a booth babe.
Not in the traditional sense there, just to be clear.
No. But worked booths, the industry booths, so I can make that joke.
Yes.
Oh. Oh, sorry. It's like completely.
Dude's just deciding to be a smart aleck on this point, essentially.
Yes. And that's a nicer way of what's normally referred to. And it's true. I can't deny it.
You've called yourself out on it multiple times.
Yes. Yes, I have.
Note that it's not much of a complaint in
Yeah.
this case.
I tend to at least be more lighthearted when I do say smart alecky things, as it were, and not mean-spirited. There's a big difference between a smart and a jack. Trying to keep the channel clean so I don't say the word ass. Anyway. Hence being a smart ass. Anyway.
Yeah, but
again, yeah, trying to keep language a little cleaner for the most part. But that was for a joke.
That's a choice.
Yeah. It's a choice, not a requirement. But again, that was for a joke, so it was funny. Then on top of this, we built up a little bit of concrete debris, as it were. Woo.
You're having me flip this back and forth a lot.
Gotcha.
I haven't even gotten to build the gauntlet yet, as one might be able to tell.
Rawr. But while you're working on that, all I'm doing is just popping out a stone from each of these for you.
Thank you.
This is where having those model snips would be very useful.
Yes. But they're not here yet.
Nope.
Oh well.
Kami has some Gundams to build.
Yes.
So those will be interesting streams. And we'll see which ones I steal from her when she's not paying attention. Not the one she really likes. I'm not stupid.
Yes, please do not steal my Gundam wing.
No. I very much like the breathing.
We're getting there.
And we have plenty of Infinity Stones for props.
Yes. Come on, there we go.
Let's move Hulk so he's a little more in view.
I just realized I was completely off camera with that.
Yeah. On the upside, that's quote-unquote least important part of the build.
It's the minor detail. Everyone knows what who's interested in Marvel knows what the Infinity Gauntlet looks like.
Yep. Golden Glove, glowy stones.
I'm sure folks have built it multiple times themselves when dealing with Lego-related Thanos. And I stick this the wrong way, as it turns out.
Oops. Then I zoom the camera down a little.
Ah, I need to build the swords too. Or at least one sword.
I think it goes on the other end too, so that's why. Yep. Interesting. I'm not seeing many spare pieces on your side.
No, there's pretty much this.
Yeah.
And then the extra... Oh,
and you need one of these to put the sword on.
Ah, true. Yes. So yes, there's not a whole lot of leeway on Thanos, interestingly enough.
Had a couple, but not many. Just an odd note for going, huh. There you go.
Close hand around that, and then I believe just sit him in the cockpit. Yes?
Yep.
His legs are... Oh, there we go.
There we go.
They
He's
weren't
in.
quite seated.
Yep.
There we are.
Such a tiny head. I mean, even if he had the helmet, that would help him.
Yes.
Because it's kind of like Hulk has the same size head, but for some reason it doesn't feel as small.
I think it might be partly because Thanos is bald.
Yeah.
That it really stands out versus Hulk here.
Nice Infinity Gauntlet. Woo.
So yes, the presence of a helmet would probably greatly help that look less ridiculous.
Yes.
And hilarious.
Yes. So thank you all for tuning in. Have a good day.